Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are playing Roblox Studio today. So remember, we're building in Roblox Studio. We are continuing on our country store build. I just changed the color of the walls around, and then I grabbed a couple of these objects from Blue Truck and City. They do a couple of things. This one here, if you put a cup in there, it does some fancy stuff. So we're gonna add these to the store. And I think today we're going to kind of, let's see if we can finish this. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to get these cooler doors working, and we're going to add some functions to that. And I don't know if we'll get this main door working or not. I think maybe we'll just leave that as a door. So yeah, I was going to go over the tween for this. But now that I think about it, I think honestly I'm just going to use constraints, because for me the constraints are probably the easiest thing to do. And then what we'll do is we'll put a button in here. It'll be a click detector. It won't be a prompt to open the doors. You'll have to click on it. So that's pretty much where we're going to go. There's a couple of things we're going to do. I also have another, yeah, a couple of things. All right. So the first thing I want to do is build a counter and see how that looks, and see how that's going to play out in here. Doesn't have to be very big. I mean, we'll put the microwave on it and a few other things. So yeah, that should be all right. We will anchor that. Let's see how tall that is. Yeah, we're gonna do a couple of things. So what I have is I have a way of allowing players to get items, right? So they can log into the store and then they can get a broom and some other stuff that they can place around. We'll do something like that. And then we will. I have a placement system that I scripted, but it needs a lot of work. So I don't know if we'll actually use that placement system here in the store. But we will be able to give the players items, and there's two ways you can do it. You can give the players items that they don't save, and then there's a way that you can give players items that it does save to a data store. So we're also gonna go over that just in case, depending on what you want to do. With that. So I guess this can stay plastic. I want to put a countertop on here, and then maybe a base on the. No, we won't do that. And we're going to make this one black. Just make it thin. And that's okay. And we'll get a cylinder here. And this is going to be our edge. This is going to be on the outer edge. Nice. All right. See how that looks. It just kind of has like a little edge to it. It'll kind of add another layer to it, another dimension. We'll do the same here. We'll put a counter on here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of softens it up a little bit. I couldn't stand on the counter. All right, so we'll stop that. Now what we're gonna do, I'll take the microwave. I mean, the microwave, there's just so many ways to design them. I just took it from the other one here. We'll duplicate it. And then what we'll do is we'll take the drink machine. This one's kind of special, actually. We gotta do a couple things with the drink machine. Okay, first off, we'll do that, and I'm gonna show you how it works. So wonder where. Ooh. I had a bunch of stuff, and then my computer got wiped, and I lost a whole bunch of things I've been working on in the studio. A whole bunch of really neat stuff, and I haven't had a chance to go back through it. And let's see. I wonder where it would be. Let's see. It could be this one. Let's try that one. Or it's the register. I'm not sure. I had one of these where I was just trying a bunch of stuff. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, this is something else. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Hey, I was making an inventory system. And oh yeah. I must have stopped. F pick up. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, check that out. Oh, nice. You gotta hover your mouse over it and you pick it up. Yeah, and then it goes into your inventory. Except for that one. That one's probably anchored. All right. Well, let's not. We're getting distracted here. Sorry, that was another project I was working on. Oh, let's not worry about that. Okay, so what I might end up doing is let's just do something real quick. We'll scale this down. It's either we'll scale this down because I don't want to have to grab the. I can just grab the cup. We'll just grab the cup. The mug. Where is it? I think it's in Blue Truckin' City actually. There might be one in Winter Assault too, I'm not sure. But anyways, you have your cup, and you go over to the drink machine, and when you place your cup underneath the drink machine, it'll make a sound, and a little thing will appear, and it'll pretend like it's filling up your cup. So then what I want to do is I want to put another graphic inside the cup, so it changes to the color, so you know, it looks like it's full, right? It's a cup. I know, and you're probably thinking that's, but you know, I'll tell you this. When I was designing it, and I was waiting for it to load, so I'm just gabbing. While I was designing it, I was going through Studio, and I found another cup, and I saw a script that was so big it was like 400 lines of code for this cup. Okay, and it had like it didn't have any animations, but it just had like just remote events. When you take a sip. When you do this, when you do that, like, man, it's just a cup. So I'm just saying. Go in the toolbox, look up cups, man. There's some that have incredible amount of data, of code in them. It's like, holy. Yeah, this is where I got it from. I just got it from the Turbo. I just thought, you know what, we'll do that. No, I think it was in the starter pack. Just the birthday cake. That's not good. Is it the server storage? Yeah, there's the cup. There's the cup. Yeah, there we go. Close that down. Okay, so then this cup here, I'll just show us here. We'll put it in the starter pack. I think it gives you health, right? Oh man, it does so much stuff. I don't even know. That's the health script that was buggy. We don't want to be working at these two. This is the inventory disable. That was, and then this is the drinking animation. Okay, so we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. And then the local script, fire server heal. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, so you have your cup. I know in the picture it's black, and here it is. Come over here. I hope the counter's high enough. Oh, almost. What? Oh, I bet you the base of that is collidable. And that's why, let's see. If we make the cup non-collidable, can we say can't collide falls? Yeah, there we go. And just when you, the animation is this. The sip. So when you come in here, how come it won't let me, it's back too far. So it has the hit function in there, right? And it just says it. Look at that, huh? Look, it won't. Cup. Must be more of it that's collidable. What's going on? Oh, that part there is probably collidable too, huh? Yeah, that part is collidable. And then the animation we don't got to worry about. What about this thing here? There we go. All right. Yeah, there we go. It's not, it's not perfect, right? But it hits the cup, So then what we can do is, with inside the cup, we'll need to add a script, which would be the reverse kind of what I have in here, right? I should just give it us a momentary delay. So really simple, really simple. If it hits it and the name of it is a cup, then it plays the sound, and then this goes transparency 0 to transparency 1. And I mean, now you can change that. You can add an animation to this. You can change the color of it. All these things, right? We could. Here's a. All right. Let's go through this then. This is just a drink machine, but let's make this a fancy drink machine for in the store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an object, and let's get ourselves. I'm going to insert an explosion. That'd be cool. Let's get a particle emitter. Okay, and it's going to go. Mission direction. Bottom? No? Okay. Be left or right. It's gotta be right. Yeah, there we go. And then now we can change this from a box. No, just leave the box. Surface. Ooh, that's kind of cool. No, we'll do volume, and then that way it kind of, and then. Change the color of it. I think this one's red. They were meant to be like fountain drinks, right? So there's fountain drinks in there, and then there's coffee, like all that kind of stuff, right? I just thought, I have a whole bunch of different types. I think there's a blue one, an orange one, a green one, an orange one, a red one, and then there's the coffee. So it's not going to emit light. I mean, it could. Doesn't need to do that. Size 1.5. 0.25 maybe. Yeah, that just kind of gives it a little something different, right? And then here's where you play around. Ooh, look at that. Z offset maybe. We don't want to offset that. Lifetime, maybe 1 and 3. and then it won't go down so far. Just totally increase it. Look like it's pouring. Yeah, there we go. Now I don't know if there's a way to like shrink it. Like I think it just remains that big. Spread angle is at 0. Yeah. So. All right. So we've done that. So now what we'll do is we will say enabled equals false. And we can rename that to soda. And then in the script, we just have to say, okay, so that's gonna transparency 0. It starts to play the sound, and then we say script dot parent dot soda dot enabled equals true, and then we take this here. Cool, that's the red one. Let's see how that's going to look. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fancy store by the time we're done. It's going to have some cool stuff in it. Oh, I spelled enabled wrong. Too much coffee. Too much coffee on the keyboard. All right. I was going to 3D model the cup, put the handle on it, but then you have to hold it out and rotate the handle, make sure it's in the right spot, and then doing the animations is totally something different. I've tried a few times to make videos about how to make animations. I can't. It seems like I can make the animation, I can publish the animation, I can do all the code to get it to play, but it doesn't play my animations. It takes me 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 attempts to get it to play, so I'm just not that good. When I get better, I will do an animations. What's going on? That's not how you spell enabled. What am I doing here? Endled. Endled ended. Heck. ENABLED. Isn't that what I had? Oh, it does sound. No, it does soda. Ah. Yes, that's probably why I couldn't find it. There we go. Yeah, because I think it's little stuff like this that enhances the game. That's cool. So now what we should do is take that particle. Yeah, that works. Just a little splash is all it needs. And this one here is green, sea green. Okay, so we can copy that. We can paste into there, and we can take this probably that one. Sour soda. And then we'll get rid of that, and I'll rename this script to the soda script, and I'll copy that, and I'll paste it into there. Maybe in the middle, we can have 2 different colors. We can have like orange, maybe, oh, we do have a red there, maybe a blue, and like a Coke or something, dark, you know. Cool. There we go. Oh, it's because he's moving and the cup moves left and right, and it's on hit, right? So I wonder every time it hits, right? So what I should do is I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's just a little, I don't know how you could delay that, but there's probably a way to delay it. Okay, so then what we'll do is we got the coffee maker here. Take the coffee maker, and I'll pretty much do the same thing. I think this one already has one in it, actually. And I think what I ended up having to do was take Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. No. Perfect. That's even better. So for the coffee maker, let's put a little spout on it. Something like that. And I'm just going to anchor it. I'm doing that so I don't have to weld everything together. If you weld everything together, you don't have to anchor it. And this, like, we could weld the whole store together, and then you could just plant the store down and not worry about it. Well, I don't care about that. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. Maybe we need on there a sphere. Like that. Oh man. And maybe it'll be this could be black. And then we need another. Make sure that's anchor. Just need another part here. Block. Block. I guess it could be a wedge. Huh. Could be a wedge. Quarter wedge, maybe. It's kind of like a tap. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, well, let's scale it down first because it's going to be scale it here. Getting there, getting there. I want it to be definitely smaller. Neat. That's like a neat little tab. Coffee, we'll anchor that. And maybe this one here will be, it could be what? It could be, yeah, just like a handle or something, right? Oh, it's gotta go down a little bit. Cool, and then on there, we can just take this and duplicate that. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll make this one just kind of like that. And then we'll have to change this. Wow, it's been that long already. That. All right, let's test that out. See how that looks. Adjust the cup. It's not long enough. Now this one here, it's gonna like spill out. This will be interesting because of the particles. Spill it all over. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. I really enjoy that. Okay, so I guess the next thing we need now is maybe kind of like a little, like a confection. I don't know what you call that. I don't work in the store. I'm a tradesman. I don't work in the store. So let's get a block here. Where is it? Okay, we'll scale this. Trees moving too much. I got way too much time on my hands. That's the problem when you work for yourself. It's, make too much money. Then you have to take time off. All right. This is, I'm just making just a little, I'm just trying to make a quick little, like a donut thing. Duplicate that. There. Donut rack. Duplicate that to there. And that one there. Sure, something like that. We'll group it all together. Anchor that and start the music again. Wow, I can't believe it. Okay. So now we want this. This is like the bottom of it, and we'll duplicate that. I suppose they're kind of on an angle, aren't they? Not quite 45. We could maybe 25. No, more like 10 perhaps. Yeah, that could work. That's cool. Okay, and then we'll get another one. Yeah, there we go, right? And now this one here, we'll just make it thick. Just like that. Cool. Make it look fancy. Yeah, you literally could spend days and days and days with this stuff. It is so much fun. Okay, we will scale that. Now I can try and make some donuts. And that way it's kind of like it doesn't fall. Now what we're gonna duplicate that. Rotate it. Move it to the outside. Scale it. Kind of our sides here. I still got the sniffles. Oh my goodness. Again. Sick again. It's the common cold, right? There's no cure for the common cold, and you can catch it over and over and over again. Kids in school, they're just incubators. Now I don't know if we need this. Like it should almost go up one more, you know? Let's see here. Take the model and duplicate that. It's just plastic for now. I'll go through it. I'll change it to metal and whatever else. We could do something like that, but it would probably have to stand up right there. Cool. We'll delete that one. Delete that. And we can delete this guy as well, which is the bottom rack. Cool. Now we get to make some donuts here. I think those are, I'll turn those into glass. This it's too bad. I mean, I really want to like make it into like a mesh, but at the same time, I don't. I don't really want to make it into a mesh. Right here, this one here, they're just trays. That'll probably work. That'll probably work. All right, so we'll just turn it into glass. We'll change the transparency down. 0.7. Cool. Yep. Cool. Now, I could make the donuts, or we could just go in the toolbox and get some donuts. Let's go in the toolbox. Let's see what other people have created for us. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I can't do that. Actually, cannot do that. Cannot do that. Say, why can't we do that? Well, I tried that before. I remember that, and I actually wasn't allowed. I ran into a not a copyright issue, but somebody owned it, the object, and I couldn't use it in my game. So I ended up having to make my own. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Now, there's no real way to. Let's see. How would I go about making a donut? I suppose we can always scale it down, right? So if we start with something like that. And then we need to make the hole in the donut. So this is going to be our donut. Or pastry, whatever. So I should be able to center that. Now, if I do that, and I say intersect, oh, whoops. Really? I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. I'll keep figuring it out. I've never used it before, so it's obviously going to take a little bit of more brain power than what I've got. Okay, so we turn that into a negative, and then we turn that into a union. Okay, now we sort of have a kind of like a donut. We can scale that down. Shrink it. Come on. I wonder if that will work. Let's see here. Let's get yeah, let's just put my avatar. See what it looks. Probably be a little bit bigger. Some baking here. Baking in Roblox. Something like that. Yeah, that could work. Could be a donut, could be anything really. It could be turn into a croissant or something. Make another, semicircle, whatever. All the kind of good stuff that they have at the restaurants. Yeah, I was looking for a piece of cake, and I found somebody, they had made a piece of cake, and it looked really good. And so I took it, and I put it in my game, and they were like, oh, you don't have permission to use this model. I was like, all right, I guess I'll make my own. So now, I have to figure out how to decorate this thing. How do we decorate this thing? Excuse me. How do we decorate this thing? Let's see here. Sure. Oh, let's take that, and we'll make that a negative, and then we'll do that, and we'll do that together. Cool. See, now it's kind of, now it's sort of has that, you know, whatever, right? It's a donut. Come on now. Now we need to make the chocolate. So how do we do that? How do we put chocolate? Wow, it's so small. Let's see here. If we make that kind of like a chocolate. Weirdest chocolate I've ever seen. Just make it a glazed. We can just go and keep it simple, make it glazed. Pepperonis. Maybe I should have made a pizza slice instead. There we go. No! Donut, don't you dare! All right, there you gotta watch me make an awful donut here. Holy moly! All right, that works. That kind of worked. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Donut. There we go. I'll make a couple of different types with sprinkles and all that sort of stuff on them. It's just decoration. Right, and then put that in there. Oh, we need to color the union. Should be kind of like that. Was the part color. Ah, there we go. And then we rotate it this way. The whole donut. And what was it? 10 degrees. No. Really? No, I don't want that world pivot. What's going on? Thank you. Yeah, I mean nothing fancy. It's a donut. All right. All these models. We'll have to put it all together, put everything back together. Figure it out. At least it's in the store for the most part. We can just take everything actually. All right, donut. Duplicate. All right, this is stuff we gotta do, right? So we'll just group those together, and I can duplicate that. Right on. Fresh baked donuts. So I might on my own time actually do some more of this. Just kind of do some more of that on my own time. I'll change them. Oh, I was thinking about adding sprinkles to them. Something like that. Cool. Hey, that's coming along. Now we got a counter. We got a few things. I know, like over here, they usually have like a coffee creamer kind of station, and I don't really have a, you know, we'd have to build another little thing there. So that's what I was saying. When it comes to this little stuff, they are time consuming. So I might just do that later on my own time. All right. So after I've done that, I don't know what's that's kind of the back of the store. I guess we should start focusing on the interior a little bit here and jazzing it up. Let's go back to jazzing up the interior a little bit here. So we kind of need like a color scheme, which we sort of have. This is just going to be like baseboard for inside. That fancy, tall, fancy base. Now, I was actually thinking a red might be nice in here. Not that kind of bright red. Maroon, perhaps? Maybe that's too dark. All right. Duplicate that. It's either that or we go with black. We can go with white as well. And then what I'll do is I'll put another carpet over on this side. My counter sticks out. Nice. Okay, then we just need a little one on the other side of the door there. There we go, something like that. And then we'll take this carpet here and we will duplicate it. Cool. Scale that like that. Yeah, now for the floor here, there we go. Wood planks. Oh, that's nice. It's starting to come together now. That's really nice. You know, and there'll be something else here probably. Some type of display. And we're going to need some wall hangings as well. Some artwork in here. I guess now we can sort of look at just kind of lighting. So how do I want to do, not lighting, but just kind of like a neon sort of accent? Oh, you know what we can do? We can do this. Maybe this. Yeah, there we go. just kind of, you know, just a little feature in here. Maybe there'd be one over there. Just kind of something like that. I'm not really, you know. All right, and then so what I wanted to do was I wanted to take these. We'll duplicate that, and we're going to take this out here. I'm going to scale this down. And then it's kind of like lighting, right? Except this one will be metal, and we'll make that black, and then we'll duplicate it, scale it into it. We'll come down just slightly, and then we'll make this one white. What did I say, neon? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Now we can group that into a folder. Yeah, we can do something here. Rename that. Lights. Now this part's gonna be kind of cool. So in here, we're gonna insert objects, and this is gonna be spotlight, and this can point down. There we go. Okay, now what we need is we need a little bit of code for these lights. So let me get that, because I haven't actually done a light script in a while. So I'm going to take the one from here. I was just doing this last night actually, where so in Blue Trucking City, in a lot of the lights they have individual scripts, which I should have never done. I should have never put individual scripts in all the items. That's part of the issue why the game runs the way it does. It's like a million scripts in there. So what I did here was I just made a server script for the street lights. Right. And that way I could just edit it. So things that are in the workspace don't move, typically. Lighting, signs, anything like that doesn't really move, right? So what we have here is we have our, I gotta give credit to this person here, Sammy. He's the one that made the script. He made the script, this person here. If you ever see him in Roblox, he made the script. So basically what it does is it reads the clock time, and then what it does is it finds this folder, which would be game.workspace.store, right? .store, .lights. Okay, and then what it does is it gets all the lights in there that are named, see, part. And what it'll do is it'll change the white from neon to smooth plastic. Oh, is that? Oh, I put put the light in the wrong part. Yeah, there we go. Smooth plastic. Oh, I see this one. This one's running a little bit. Okay, so we can do that, and then we'll duplicate it. I'll just show you. Duplicate that. Duplicate that. Just can do that for now. So basically, the script is a simple script, right? It waits. Then time of day, game.lighting. Just here, game.lighting. Okay. And then we put it in a while loop, and then it says if time of day, which is the clock time, greater than or equal to 6, or less than 17, right, which is the hours of nighttime. Then what it does is basically it just says lighting, which is the folder, is here. And then what we do is we say, instead of listing every single part, we just say I equals 1, right? That's lighting. Lighting is, because this is instant, this is our value. So what it'll do is it goes through the folder and it'll find everything in the folder that's named part. And you can edit it. You can edit you could say this is what material I want it to be, if it has anything inside it, right? This is the light part.light.enabled. Anything like that. So any of the properties that you want to change, you just add here and then add here, right? This is changing it back. Really simple, really easy script. I'm just sort of pausing it here. Just give you a chance to take a look at that. Really easy. I would use this a lot. It's super duper 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 handy. If you have a lot of objects in a single folder and you want all the objects to change at one time, that's the best way to do it. Okay, so let's change the clock time. Middle of the night. I know there's lights inside. And now what you'll see is, just give it a second. Oh, they were anchored. Oh, whoops. That's lights. Oh, I should rename that to light. Whoopsies. I didn't realize I already had one for the lights on the inside. And now it's a server script. So you can just add here. You can just add here where it says local S lighting. That's where you add the folders where any of your lighting is. Super duper easy. And then it just runs on the server. And that way all the lights across the server at one time can change, and we don't have any issues. Now, what did I need to do? Well, we have issues right now. Anchor that. Ah, there we go. Then you'll see they'll turn. What? Oh, do I have to rename that to what? Rename to light. And that way, perfect. What? Part? Light is not a valid member of part store lights.light. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right. And then I see the features, these features in here. I would, I'd just hang them down a little bit from the, hang them down a little bit. Just like that. Make sure they're anchored. Not much. We made some donuts. We put in the soda machines, and this build it's coming along. A little bit of trim. It takes a little bit, right? Now, we have this. This has got the some other stuff on it, pizzas and whatever. Oh, was that? Was there, I think I went through this guy actually. Put it up on the counter on this side, baby. That's a big machine. That's a big one to be on the counter. No, I don't think we can put it on the counter. I think we'll have to put it on the ground. Put it over here in the back. Yeah, so what I did in Blue Truck City, which we'll do here, we'll go over here, is just using a script. I guess that'll be in the next one. In the next one, we are going to go over how to give players items and have it saved. That's what this is, inventory save. We've got a broom there, just in case. Just in case. I wanted to go over that. I wanted to see what's our runtime on this one. Oh, an hour. An hour. Holy moly. Doesn't feel like we did much, huh? So yeah, so now for these, the models. We can do that. We can do this. Obviously, I'm gonna need a lot more. Cool. And now this, yeah, it's concrete. That's right. We're gonna need maybe an ice machine outside, and then we'll need a sign. So I'll have to look for some letters. Look at those for the toolbox. Just gonna say country store, and I guess in the next one we'll start on these coolers. Start on these coolers. Fill them up. Put some stuff in there. Yeah, it's looking cool. Yeah, so basically what we do is I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna go over that in this one. I know it's a little bit long, but I want to go over it. Let's see. So what we need to do in server storage is we have this not save tools, and we have our inventories. Oh, I'm not going to be able to go through this right now. I'm actually going to have to go and look at how the code is made up there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for this video. We're continuing work on the store. In the next video, we will go over giving the player items. They just activate a prompt, and then they'll get an item. We will make the doors on the coolers work, and then we will finish the inside. We'll put a station here, and we'll look for some graphics. I think what I'm probably just going to do is I'll go into the toolbox, and we can just look for like store sign, you know? Just see if there's like sign. I guess we want to look for like a poster maybe. That's it. I don't know. Painting, is that what I need to search for? Yeah, there we go. So then what we can do is we can take this fancy one here, the Big Mac. Oh, I don't want that one. I want the Big Mac. Come on, now. I want the Big Mac. There we go. Right, we can put that there. Now it just has a placeholder on it. So probably what I'll do is I'll just take pictures of the product that I have in the store, and then use that for this. Yeah, so I mean, you can just go through here, right? But see, it's what it is. It's an image. It's a decal in there, and then you can just change the image on the decal. That's all. So that's probably what I'll end up doing here. I'm just looking. There's some pretty fancy stuff. Pretty fancy stuff. We could. Let's see. From Roblox, I think Blue Truck City. I give the players items as well inside the store. Or Winter Assault. Let's get some. All right, let's start the music one more time. One more time. One more time. Yeah. Let's take the newspaper dispenser. All right. This is where all the code comes from. The newspaper dispenser. All right. Newspaper dispenser. Yeah, there's a lot to it because it connects to the data, to a data store. So that way I can give you experience and money, or it takes your money actually, and then it gives. Oh, that's all it does. It just clones. That's it. So you just need a folder on server storage, and just put the object in there that you want to clone, and then you just need to add this. That's it. And the rest is just for the data save. So let's do that. Let's do that real quickly then. Let's take one of these donuts. Let's take one of these, and we will. Let's duplicate it. Oh, it's gonna need a handle on it. It's gonna need a handle on it, and it's gonna need a few other things as well, because we need to turn it into something that we can hold, right? So let's take the donut. Let's see, where are we gonna attach the handle to this thing? Oh my goodness, we can even make. No. Here, this is the best way to make a handle. If you want someone to hold something, okay, we go insert object, tool. All right, and then we rename this to handle. Oops, rename. Okay. And then let's put this into the workspace. Where is that? There it is right there. Okay, and now we should be able to pick it up. There we go. So that shows you where you're going to be holding the object. It seems like we're actually going to be holding it this way. So then what you can do is you can just scale this back. Keep looking at it until you're holding it where you want to, right? And it seems like that should be in the hand. Yes. Perfect. So now what we do is we take this fancy donut and we have to unanchor it. And that means we have to weld it all together. So let's see if we put it here. If we move it down a little bit, this is going to be you know what I mean? It's going to be sort of wherever it is. And then what we can do is just take each one of these and we just weld them. there. Really simple. I might do more. I know this one's kind of good. It's gonna be like an hour and a half. This one. Yeah, you have to weld it together if you want it to move. Otherwise, it won't stay together. It'll just fall apart. Okay, so then we take this donut and we just move it inside the handle, the tool, just like that. And now it's part of the tool. Now when we pick it up, we should be able to yeah, there we go. Now it's a donut. Look at that. And the placement is actually really good. Yeah, I really like that placement. That's good. Okay. So now we take this tool and we're going to rename this to donut. And then I'll put that in server storage. And we can just group that as a folder. And we'll name the folder player item. Sure. Oh, that's not. Yeah. Then what we need to do is come back over here, and maybe in here we'll insert the proximity prompt. Okay, so we need proximity prompt, and we need a script. We need to tell the script to wait. And then we need to say button equals script parent dot proximity prompt. Then we say button dot trigger ended connect function game dot server storage dot player items dot donut clone, and then we need to say is a clone dot parent. Clone dot parent, yeah. Equals, and then we see player dot backpack. Yeah. Now in here we need to say player, because you're the one who activated it. All right, now let's see if that works. And then what I do is I'll go through the store and I'll hide stuff, you know, everywhere, right? So we'll do this for the frozen, and oh, looks like that fell down. We'll do this for, you know, just some various stuff in the store. Oh, I can't see the proximity prompt because it's in an object. Yeah, so we can say requires line of sight, max activation distance 5. Let's try that. Yeah, so the first video we build it, and then as you can see, you start to get bogged down kind of doing the details. Hey, there it is. There's our donut. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.